ITA for kicking my sister out of my house over a garden? My sister has lived with me since she was a teen mom. She has her own little space for her and her kids. It's my house. I own it. My fiancée Amy moved in, and as my wife Amy can remodel the home as she likes. Amy and I have been together for 4 years. My sister has lived with me for 6. My sister and Amy got in this huge argument over ripping out my grass where her kids play and making a garden that will bloom next spring. Amy had discussed this with me, and it was agreed on. Because of our different schedules, we forgot about my sister and telling her about the garden. Amy took a few days off from work to meet with the contractors for the initial digging up the yard. This happened while I was at work. My sister made a scene with the contractors and yelled at Amy. Amy told my sister that it's time for her to move out and get on with her own life. I have been supporting her and her kids for too long. A neighbor got involved and called the police saying Amy wasn't authorized to have the contractors dig up the yard. Amy was asked to leave the property by the police with an overnight bag. This was supervised by the police because I was not reachable at work. My sister told me, "Can you believe this bitch ripping up the yard like that?" I have to leave work and take my hour commute home to deal with my sister. I told her it's time for her to move out, and she should have never been involved with the garden. It wasn't her place. It's not her fucking home. My sister was complaining that her boys love to play in that patch of grass, and she can't believe I would make changes to her play area without consulting her. Amy is fucking pissed at my sister and the neighbor. The neighbor tried to apologize, but I had to tell the neighbor there is no more coming over because she will be trespassed, and she had no business calling the police and making the situation worse. The neighbor explained she didn't know Amy was authorized to make those changes, and I told the neighbor too fucking bad. She's banned from the property even though she's friends with my sister and their kids play together. I told my sister that her and the boys have to go, and she needs to be out by the new year or we'll take legal action on her. My sister keeps crying and apologizing, but her actions showed Amy what her married life would be like with my sister live with us, and I'm putting my wife first and my sister has to go. Edit. Amy and I talked to a lawyer, and we are getting the legal paperwork together for my sister's eviction. The lawyer also suggested cameras for the yard, and those will be installed next week. I'm sending my sister legal notice of the cameras being installed to cover my ass per the lawyer's request. I do not blame the police for their reaction, and neither does Amy. Our destination wedding is upcoming in a few weeks. My sister was not going because of her relationship with our parents. But the cameras will be installed by then, with a legal notice my sister is not to tamper with the cameras or make any cosmetic changes to the property while we are out of town. Edit. My sister has never paid rent or utilities or any other upkeep of the home. We have maid that comes every other week to do basic cleaning because the house gets dirty with the kids. My sister does have a job, and both Amy and I do watch the boys several nights a week.